Today we're going to be testing out one of Shokz's brand new bone conduction second generation OpenFit 2. Now I actually tested the first generation for quite a while. I use them personally. So I'm excited to see what the major changes with this pair is. Now if you don't know, the great part about Shokz's headphones is you're able to hear your surrounding environment while you listen to music. So it's really a safety thing. So it looks like these ones are compatible with the Shokz app, so we're going to make sure we have that. Let's see what else is behind. Just instructions. We don't need any of that. Let's go ahead and open this up here. This is our main unit. So it's a charging case, and typically this will recharge it 3 to 4 times to full battery life, which is very useful. And inside, ooh, I like the new case design. It's slightly different. So a nice smooth surface, anti-slip, green indicator light, and charges with USB-C. It doesn't look like they give you a USB-C cord, which I'm okay with. I have so many cords personally. Now, as for the earphone themselves, they've actually added in, if we can see right here, a dedicated button. So before it was a touch button, now it's a dedicated button, which will do different functions. We're gonna go for a walk and test these out, of course, as well. So we're gonna take off just a little bit of protectant that they have here. And that will now give these the ability to charge. So let's go ahead and sync these. You can see it looks like it's flashing, which I'm assuming is Bluetooth mode. So I found them in my Bluetooth in like 2 seconds, very quick. So they're connected now. I want to download the Shokz app. So we're just doing a quick system update, and then we're going to try them on and look at the different features in the app before we take them for a walk and talk about the quality. Okay, let's go ahead and try these on. Now, we're going to go over the case or the information really quick. What you can see is how these slip on my head. They just kind of wrap around your ear, and they rest in that upper portion of your ear while leaving this bottom portion. That's why they're called open ear headphones. These ones aren't actually bone conduction, so bone conduction is a little bit different. These are just open ear, so you can still hear your surrounding environment. Now, as for the app, there's a little bit of information. We have our charge amount. So these are at 100%. The case has a 20% charge. What I love here, I'm going to turn on some music really quick. And what they have right away is EQ mode. So these will change how it sounds. So standard is just your typical, and then you have vocal, and then you have bass boost if you want extra boost. But they have this cool thing called EQ mode where you can actually customize your different EQs like this, and then save your own EQ mode and have that to access at any time you want from here. They also have multi-point pairing, which allows you to pair to multiple devices at once if you're switching back and forth from like your laptop or something like that. And lastly, they have customized controls. So they now have this physical button. So it's saying my left one, when I click it once, it should play and pause. Yep, played and paused. When I click it once on the right side, it should play. Yep. And then double click right now is set to next. And if I long press and hold, it should increase volume, which it is. Perfect. So that works awesome. Oh, and there's also a touch control here too. Wow, so they still have a touch control where we can get it to activate our voice assistant when we touch the side. Let's test this out really quick. And the cool part about these customized controls is how you can customize them to do different actions, whether you want it to do nothing or you want to switch what the one action does. You can totally customize that between a bunch of different options, even for triple click. And I bet you long press only does volume. Oh no, you can also do voice assistant and increase, decrease volume, switch sides. So, okay. Anyways, at this point, I want to talk about the sound quality. So I want to take it for a walk. But what I can tell you right away is it's much clearer than the last pair. So even if I go to max, wow. I got that bass boost on too right now. So it sounds amazing. But I want to take it for a walk. Also, what you guys might notice right now is how I'm able to speak on camera and listen to music. Typically, you wouldn't be able to do this with headphones because you won't be able to hear yourself speak. But because these are open ear design, I'm getting clear music, but I'm also able to talk to you at the same at the same time. So let's go ahead, take these for a walk and see how they sound. So first thing is you guys should be hearing this through the actual built-in microphones in the Shokz. So you get a kind of a first-hand sound of what those are like. And they're usually very high quality inside these devices. I will say too, the sound on these is a lot improved from the previous model. Like you definitely get a little bit more depth, a little bit more bass, and I also think they get a little bit louder, which makes a huge difference. And the silicone that kind of wraps around your ear super soft where you don't get any kind of like weird irritation when you wear these for a long period. I've been wearing these for about a 40-minute walk now, and they sound pretty good. And obviously the buttons are super handy, and I like that they're physical because it makes it a little bit easier to press. One thing I'll say as well, if you're worried about these falling off your ear, I use the first generation, and these are pretty much the exact same fit for a while, and they kind of wrap around perfectly and have this kind of counterweight on the side, and that makes a huge difference in how snug they fit. So I would definitely say check a pair of these out. They feel amazing, they look amazing. So yeah.